You're listening to the Quint's podcast.
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's visit to the capital has been making headlines for the past week. Her meetings with Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, and also with other opposition parties, have stoked speculations that Didi may finally be shedding the regional flag and maybe be stepping into the national political arena. The overarching message in her visit to New Delhi was that a united opposition front is required to defeat the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party in the 2024 general elections. On 28 July, she made a slew of attacks aimed at the BJP-led Centre, adding that, quote-unquote, we have seen a lot of achhe din, and now we want to see sachche din. And calling it a courtesy meeting, Banerjee also met with PM Modi, where she said she discussed the Pegasus snoop controversy and urged the Prime Minister to call for an all-party meeting to discuss the same. Though general elections are 3 years away, Mamata Banerjee has already moved the first piece on the chessboard and has given clear indications that she wants to play a role in national politics. Her visit to New Delhi raises the following questions. Is a united opposition front possible to defeat the BJP in 2024? Is Mamata Banerjee a possible CM candidate to lead such a coalition? And if not her, who is most likely to be a face for this coalition? To discuss all this, for today's episode, we spoke to senior journalist and author Payal Singh Mohanka and Aditya Menon, the Quint's political editor. You're tuned in to The Big Story, the podcast where we dissect the headline making news for you, and I'm your host, Himmat. Mamata Banerjee's indications to unite opposition political parties started even before she visited New Delhi. In her Martyrs' Day speech on 21st July, she slammed the BJP government on the Pegasus snoopgate and called for the opposition parties to meet in New Delhi. But what was different about this Martyrs' Day event, which is usually marked by a massive public meeting in Kolkata, was that it was held virtually for the first time since 1993, and the TMC ensured that everyone across political lines heard the message. According to an Indian Express report, her speech was broadcasted live in Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Tripura, and even in New Delhi. In another first, the speech was also delivered in Hindi and English. A screen was also set up in the Constitution Club in New Delhi, where, according to the Indian Express report, senior opposition leaders like NCP's Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule, Congress's P. Chidambaram and Digvijay Singh, Samajwadi Party's Ram Gopal Yadav and Jaya Bachchan, RJD's Manoj Jha, DMK's Tiruchi Siva, and AAP's Sanjay Singh were present. On the second day of her visit to New Delhi on 28 July, Banerjee also had an exclusive meeting with Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, where they discussed opposition unity, COVID-19, and the Pegasus controversy. Given the meeting, the Congress-TMC relationship seems to be mellowing out a bit since the West Bengal elections, where the Congress failed to open the bank but fought bitterly with the TMC. But is an alliance between the two former rivals possible? Are they ideologically compatible? Aditya Menon, the Quint's political editor, weighs in.
The coalition between the two parties is very much possible. They were allies even in 2011. It was a very successful alliance. They together brought down the left front, which had been ruling Bengal for the past 3 decades. Uh, then ideologically, there is absolutely nothing that separates the TMC from the Congress. Both are broadly centrist parties, and with elements which are both right of center and left of center. Both parties uh, do claim to be secular. Uh, so I mean, there's no ideological incompatibility as well. TMC is from essentially an offshoot of the Congress and has inherited the parent party's ideology. Uh, yes, there are several recent events that have led to a change in the equations between the two parties. I mean, we must remember that in the 2021 West Bengal election, the Congress fought quite bitterly against the TMC, mainly because of its tallest Bengal leader, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's personal dislike for Mamata Banerjee. But it's also important to note that Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, and Priyanka Gandhi didn't quite actively campaign for the party in West Bengal. But that was both due to, I mean, they didn't want to send a confusing message to voters in Kerala, where the left and Congress were on opposing sides, while in Bengal they were in an alliance. But it was also out of a certain degree of respect for Mamata Banerjee. So I mean, I think we saw elements of that understanding even then, and obviously the defeat in the elections. I mean, with the Congress and left both being wiped out, uh, and Mamata Banerjee winning quite a convincing victory, the Congress realized that probably the ally they want on their side in Bengal is Mamata Banerjee. And then, of course, a very important development was the entire Pegasus controversy, in which the names of former Congress President Rahul Gandhi, uh, a senior TMC leader Abhishek Banerjee, and Mamata Banerjee's strategist Prashant Kishore. These three are said to have been snooped using the Pegasus software. So, I mean, it made these two parties realize that both were probably at the receiving end of the same kind of forces, and both these parties were realized that they are probably enemy number one and two for the ruling establishment. So these are some of the factors that may have pushed these two parties to come closer.
Mamata Banerjee's spree of meetings with opposition party leaders during a visit, including her New Delhi counterpart Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, has stoked speculations about her political ambitions and whether she is pitching herself as a prime ministerial candidate for the 2024 elections. By securing a landslide victory from the BJP in the West Bengal Assembly elections, political analysts have stated that she has shown opposition parties that the BJP can be defeated. Since the election, she has also dealt one blow after another to the BJP party cadre in West Bengal by luring back the TMC defectors in a camp. Pertinently, BJP National Vice President Mukul Roy on 11 June. Several media reports have also stated that the TMC is in expansion mode, where reportedly the party is laying down the groundwork to contest in Tripura ahead of the 2023 assembly elections. And aside from Rahul Gandhi, she has been one of the most critical opposition leaders on the Pegasus Snoop scandal and has lashed out on the BJP head on and was the first chief minister to launch a judicial commission to probe the use of the Israeli spyware to surveil political leaders and journalists in India. Now, all the signs may point to Banerjee fielding herself to enter the national stage, but in response to a question on the same during a visit, she made it clear that she does not have any prime ministerial aspirations for the moment. Though she has ruled out any aspirations as such, does Mamata Banerjee enjoy political appeal outside West Bengal to be considered as a prime ministerial candidate when the time comes? How acceptable will she be at an all India level? Senior journalist Payal Singh Mohanka believes that Mamata Banerjee's image as a street fighter may not play well outside West Bengal, but anything is possible in Indian politics.
I think she enjoys very limited political appeal outside Bengal. Of course, having swept the assembly elections this year in Bengal, she's won many admirers across the country, especially among people who don't support Modi. Here is this single woman who took them all on, and they were like, I mean, they left no stone unturned. They had the entire machinery here. It was definitely no mean feat to demolish a very, very powerful Modi-Shah combine. And Didi did it single-handedly. So that is commendable, and that has got her a lot of admirers all over the country. And she's certainly like a known name. But I don't think even those admirers outside the state see her as the future prime minister. And because she's mercurial, she's temperamental, she doesn't really have statesman-like qualities. She's a street fighter. So her skills are different. At the regional, local level, these work. But as a prime minister, I don't know. And why would the opposition, why would they cede this space to her also? Because in a house of 534, maximum she could get is, say, 40 seats. So why would they look at her as the prime ministerial candidate? And her party is a Bengal-centric party, and as you just mentioned, it's just got 8% of the country's population. The Trinamool Congress has no footprint in any other state. So this would be, I mean, it's like you can't say anything is possible in politics, especially in India. But it's going to be a very tough one for her to actually. Though she said in a speech that I'm not looking at being prime minister, but then her critics are saying that if she said she was looking at being prime minister, she won't be able to mobilize the entire opposition also. There'll be so much infighting already now.
Yeah.
But sooner or later they'll have to have a unanimously accepted common leader.
Mhm.
Otherwise, how they going to? They can't go as a faceless body, because the BJP was quite faceless in assembly elections in Bengal, and it
Yes.
doesn't work. The Bengal population knew that Modi is not going to be their
Mhm.
chief minister. So I mean,
Yeah.
how does it work? You have to have a face sooner or later.
Yeah.
So for her, very difficult one.
Mamata Banerjee in a visit also stated that, quote unquote, in politics there are times when all have to bury their differences and come together for the sake of the country. This is that time. She added that the battle of 2024 is not between the opposition and the BJP, but between the country and PM Modi. But if a united opposition coalition is required to stand against the BJP in the 2024 polls, where does it stand right now? Well, at present, the Pegasus snoop controversy has united all opposition parties, and this has been reflected frequently in the disruptions made in the monsoon session of the parliament being held. Opposition MPs have resorted to loud clapping and sloganeering to disrupt proceedings, demanding a probe in the Pegasus scandal. On 29 July, opposition MPs protesting over farm laws and Pegasus also tore up the agenda papers and threw them in the air in the Lok Sabha. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has also tried to take the lead by convening a meeting of all opposition MPs and also led a march to Vijay Chowk with them. Meanwhile, several opposition parties are signaling that they are open to an organizational change after reports of NCP leader Sharad Pawar meeting political analyst Prashant Kishore. Kishore and his political strategy company IPAC has been instrumental in designing campaign strategy for opposition parties, and his recent success with the TMC in the assembly elections has even caught the eye of the Congress leadership. But given the vast ideological differences between all the opposition parties, is the goal of defeating the BJP in elections enough to unite all of them? Aditya believes that an anti BJP coalition is possible, given the recent examples in Tamil Nadu. But given the limited regional political appeal that parties like the TMC or the NCP have, they will have to partner with a national party like the Congress to cement a united alliance.
Yes, an anti-BJP national coalition is possible. Already, we do see some kind of a formation taking place. There is, of course, the United Progressive Alliance, which already includes important parties like the Congress, the DMK, the NCP, RJD. Then, of course, there are parties that are presently allied with the Congress, such as the Shiv Sena. Then TMC is quite open to having some kind of an understanding with the Congress. So there is this formation. I mean, as of now, in terms of parliamentary cooperation, even Samajwadi Party and the left are part of this coalition. But the problem comes in a pre-poll alliance because I mean TMC is popular in West Bengal, but it cannot help Congress or any other party in any other state. The same goes for, say, a party like the NCP or the Shiv Sena or the RJD. The only places where a pre-poll alliance is required are states like Uttar Pradesh, where there are three anti-BJP parties: the Congress, SP, and BSP, and neither of the three are presently in a position to ally with each other. Then in Delhi, Congress and AAP are in no position to form an alliance either. Congress and Janata Dal Secular in Karnataka had an alliance, but as of now, they are still separate. So, I mean, it's the pre-poll collation that is the main challenge. I think the TMC at least has realized that a national opposition isn't possible without the Congress, and that's the reason behind Mamata Banerjee's outreach with Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, and also importantly with a number of other Congress leaders like Kamal Nath, Anand Sharma, and Abhishek Singhvi. I mean, there is a solid empirical basis for this. We have a number of states in India where the entire competition is essentially between the BJP and the Congress, and no national opposition can ignore this. Now, if we look at, I mean, these states include Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, much of Assam, much of Karnataka, much of Haryana, and together these states account for close to 160 Lok Sabha seats, which is about one third of the total strength. So obviously, no effort towards creating a national opposition can ignore this reality. And Mamata Banerjee at least has figured out that even if she has to become prime minister, it will have to be with the help of the Congress, and it cannot be something that she does by alienating the Congress.
As she finished her press briefing in New Delhi on 29 July, Mamata Banerjee stated that Khela Hobe, her popular campaign slogan, will be played across the country now. However, while the slogan worked in West Bengal, it remains to be seen how it will play out on the national stage. If you liked listening to this episode, please subscribe to The Big Story for episodic updates. We're available on Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify, JioSaavn, and most of the other popular podcast streaming platforms. For other podcasts, please log on to the Quint website, and for any feedback, please shoot an email to podcast@thequint.com.
Thanks for listening. Log on to the Quint website and check out our other podcasts.